Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a tarot oracle reading and it's for the last half of August, and you, Capricorn, are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Capricorn and you do have your birth chart, which house is Capricorn in, that could give you further clarity as to where this information is most prominent for you. All right. We're going to begin with the underlying energy for the reading, and we have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords energy is talking about being caught up in a mental loop, basically, a never-ending nightmare. This could represent someone waking up in the middle of the night or not having been able to sleep because of the same energy happening day after day, and it just feels like it's never going to change. Sometimes, though, this can represent an energy of having prayed and meditated and being woken up in the wee hours of the morning by the Holy Spirit with consistent steps of action towards to move out of this energy. And sometimes it could even be in the form of a dream. And this could be you just trying to remember the dream. If you're trying to remember a dream, something just on a side note, don't move. When you wake up, if just lay there and be very still, because as soon as you physically move, it's harder to remember a dream. Okay, so this person, the quilt on the bed here represents, it has cosmic symbols on it representing that the universe does have you covered here, and that this energy is moving forward. So it's talking about getting out of your head and getting out of bed. You're going to have to leave your comfort zone to be able to shift the energy. But the overthinking part comes from inaction, basically. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So like right after this energy, we've got this. And this is for the internal forces here. So the internal forces on the zodiac wheel, the first 6 signs are more about internal forces, and the last 6 of the signs are more about how to handle the external forces. And so the internal forces are what you have control over, and you'll know it's an internal force because you'll be asking what if, internal force. What if they do this and I do that? And what if I don't do this? Then what's going to happen? The woulda, shoulda, couldas of life. And so this is talking about a windfall coming in after being in this energy. That'll be a welcome energy. And this is saying, this is an unexpected windfall after hardship. And it's talking about, the pentacle energy is talking about health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D. It's representing the element of earth. So it's shaped like a coin because earthly matter, it takes money to purchase physical matter for the earth. And we definitely need money as part of that. But you could have all the money in the world, and if you don't have your health and love in your life, you're not going to be living your best lifestyle. This is talking about ultimate fulfillment, the promise of it after hardship. So this can be an unexpected, like maybe an investment pays up way, way more than you thought, or you all of a sudden get a message and an inheritance that you didn't know is coming in from a distant relative. You win the lottery. Sometimes it can be about that type of energy. So it's talking about having the lifestyle, though, not just the money. And it's saying that you have the partner that you love and the children, and if that's what you want, and the pets, and living in a neighborhood you love to be in. And, just having time to stop and chat with the neighbors, not being like overworked, just feeling really like life is becoming more fulfilling. And then we have for the internal forces for how you're feeling right now, your energy is, even though you've been in this energy, I feel that you can already feel that it's becoming more and more distant. Because this is the star energy, and the star energy is saying that you've been on your designated path And perhaps you've gotten a boost of energy here. The star is talking about following your north node and coming into that energy. Now, this is a galactic energy, and we have the Pleiades in the background there as well. But the energy is of pouring your own special qualities into the universal pool of water, which we can see with her right foot. And then she is taking that and pouring it onto Earth. And there's 5 streams here representing the 5 points on the pentacle energy. So this is about you following your destined path and that's like being in following your north star, your north node, to perhaps this is new energy coming in. I feel like something happened here, and maybe it'll show up here in the reading, where this energy, you took the consistent steps of action that you received I feel it was an intuitive energy, and you now have a strong base for forward movement. And this is talking about having a strong base to move forward in your, it's an ultimate lifestyle in the beginning of that. So this is basically saying that you're moving into having a strong base for what you want. It's like you have the down payment for your castle, but you still have to make the mortgage payment. And maybe you have met someone, and someone proposed, and the answer was yes from both people, and now you are in this energy of planning a wedding, and then the next thing is going to be the marriage. It can be that type of energy. This is sometimes considered the official marriage card if that's what you're looking for. But this could be a marriage between you and what you want as well, the way the energy is coming out. Now we do have the Queen of Swords here, and she is considered to be the coldest of all the queens in the tarot. She's not necessarily like that all the time. This is kind of like an energy. She's been there, she's done that, and she has the t-shirt. She's not in the mood for this energy again. So she's very clear on what she's willing to receive and what she's not. She's willing to receive this, but not this. She's not going to repeat the mistakes that caused her to be in this energy. And she's much preferring this energy. This is talking about how you're feeling now. This is your abundance, and this is an energy of early communication from childhood. So you might have been raised in a family where you just felt a little bit like you didn't fit in, or you didn't feel that you were understood. You could have had a mother that was a little bit cold, not as affectionate maybe. There's some sort of energy around that, and I feel it's affected the way that maybe you approach life, and you've had to do some work on yourself to be able to get out of that energy and move into who you really want to be. And so this is saying that the good thing about the Queen of Swords is she has really strong discernment now. She has her left hand out, so she's willing to receive, but she is very discerning about what she receives. So if she's saying, if you're going to come towards me, you better be coming up upright, or don't bother, because she's not in the mood for bullshit, and it will be off with your head. She already has her sword ready. And this is saying she has her head above the clouds after a long time of maybe not having clarity. And she's very determined to move forward and be discerning of that energy of what she wants and what she does not want. And look at this. We do have a divine offer from the universe and the Most High of a cup of love. So definitely, if you're looking for love, it looks like it could be a beautiful relationship. Now, this is like the dove is representing a peaceful relationship, overflowing with love, and it's something that could last. Like it keeps replenishing itself. Of course, you have to put the energy into any relationship, but this is saying if you do, it would be like an honest relationship, one that would really benefit you and the partner that you're benefiting, like that you're with. And this is saying out of the mud grows the water lilies, the beautiful lilies. And this is saying that you've been through a lot, but because you've learned so much from it and you're more discerning now, you're in this energy here of ready for like a real true relationship, like a cup of love that is something maybe if you've always wanted to get married, or you were married in the past and now you're divorced and it didn't turn out the way you wanted. This is saying this is more like, this relationship is more likely to be that promising energy. And then we have the Fool. And this is saying now you're on a new cycle. This is saying you've learned everything you can from this old cycle, from this old energy, and it's time to embrace this. Woohoo! That's really good to see, Capricorn. I'm happy for you. And then this is talking about like a blank slate, but it's not totally blank, because you notice the Fool has tattered sleeves. So this is saying, and a little bit of baggage there, this is saying that you've been on a cycle or a few maybe. Some people don't go on that many cycles. Some people go on a lot. Depends on what happens in your life. And but this is taking a leap of faith and having like a really beautiful cycle and really going, you know, having an enjoyable time, and maybe being in this energy of having healed from this. Everything is moving forward now in a real beautiful way. Awesome. It's great to see progress like that. And then we have the Seven of Wands. This energy has been coming in a lot in these readings, and I feel part of what's going on is if you're feeling really emotional right now, we have we just had on August 12th, we have had a new moon full like solar eclipse, and that energy is being followed up. That was in Leo, and that's kind of about romance and love and individuality and being a leader and wanting to move forward in like in your career as well. And then we have the energy coming up on the 28th of August, and that's this one will be a lunar eclipse, and it's in Pisces. So there's a lot of energy here that could be a little bit emotional and up and down. So don't be alarmed if that's the case. It's just that the energy is, we're kind of in a lull, you know, like if you think about a roller coaster, we're at the bottom and we're about to climb back up again. It's just a lull in the energy in between eclipses. And this, though, has been coming up a lot, because this is saying now that you know what you know, you have conviction beyond a doubt the actions that you want to take. And you might have other people coming towards you with passionate action, but I feel like the passionate action is more in your favor than this kind of passionate action. You know, this is people that want to work with you, that want to you know, participate in what you're doing, because you're so sure now. This is conviction beyond a doubt. This is the way I want to go. This is what I want to do. This is the person I want to be with. This is how I want to live my life. It's that type of energy. Really, and after having a lot of discord, it looks like feeling like you were in the same old energy day after day, and you weren't happy in that energy. Now we have, yeah, because, and look at this, because you've shifted into this energy, now this is talking about really aggressive energy coming to, this is the external forces. So this is the top part of the reading. So this is what's coming towards you. You're in a real happy, you're in a real amazing, really good energy here after hardship. Or maybe this is talking about this coming in now, that this energy wanting to come in. The external force energy is aggressive. It's cutthroat energy. People who are willing to risk it all coming towards you with this energy, wanting to cause you conflict in your life. Interesting why that is, because I feel you were through a rough time and learned a lot, and now you're in this new energy. This might be the same people that were in this risk it all or nothing energy, and they did not expect you to be in this energy because they were working very hard to keep you in this energy, and all of a sudden here you are, you're like a star, and you maybe are found that special someone, and you've got this windfall coming in, and so now instead of backing off, these people are like, now that you have even more that they want. So, but I feel what this is saying is like, you're standing up for yourself here. You're like, you want to come towards me? I'll clean your clock. Like, it's not like you're wanting to fight. You're busy enjoying yourself. But if they're going to come towards you in this aggressive manner, you're going to stand up for yourself. And I don't think that they thought that you could or you would. That's the energy. And so the outer conflict causes inner conflict. And sometimes this card can talk about really learning how to deal with inner conflict in a really, so it doesn't bother you anymore. And this can be 3 different versions of you, and it could be representing your mind. Your subconscious mind is formed by the time you're 6 or 7, and that's like your thoughts from when you were young. And I was saying you must have done some work on yourself, because now all of a sudden you're in this energy. And you know what you want now, and I feel that you've put your subconscious mind at rest a little bit. It's heavily imprinted on us because we don't remember much of when we were a baby and under the age of 6 or 7, but it's heavily imprinted on us because babies are like sponges, and when we're growing, like in those formative years, the way that our environment is and the way our parents handle their relationships with people and money and business, and the culture that you're in, the religion that your parents follow or don't follow, all of those things, even the food you eat, it's really heavily imprinted, and yet we don't remember very much of it. And so it's not the most reliable mind to rely on when we're an adult. It's more the thoughts of the people that were in charge of our care. And the unconscious mind, a lot of people will say, yes, I agree, I'm a human being and I have a soul. But from the soul's perspective, you're a soul traveling in a human body. And that is your vehicle to get around. And if the unconscious mind, the needs of your soul are not being met, that's when the unconscious mind will become very loud and start arguing with the subconscious and your conscious mind. The conscious mind, you have a good handle on that. But I feel that this is definitely saying that you learned a lot from whatever happened here, and you're not planning on going back into that energy with this discernment from so this could even be an energy of someone from or lots of people. You may notice this. All of a sudden, all these people that you haven't heard from in a long time because you've been isolating from them, they are contacting you now, and they're being really nice, and there might even be someone that wants to get back together with you from the past. So be careful of this energy, because it's in your partnerships, commitments, and marriage. If someone has put you in this energy and you're in this energy now, and there's this offer of this new love this is a new love. This isn't an old one. It could be someone you know from the past, but not someone that you've already been through this kind of energy with. And look at this. We have, that's because of this 3 of Pentacles energy. You are being noticed. And you've mastered some sort of skill set. And whatever's going on, you might have gone viral. People are starting to notice, hey. And even maybe the swords represent thoughts, and thoughts are expressed through words. People may have been very hard at it trying to make you look bad. Like, oh, they're horrible, they're this, they're that. And people are you're being yourself, and people are like, what are you talking about? You said this person was like this. You said this person was like that. And they seem like really calm. And this energy sometimes talks about, when we become in an elevated position, we sometimes have people coming in, and they're like, hey, this is like, I can really make a lot of money off this person. So be very careful, because this is congratulations. It's really good that you're being noticed and people are seeing you. But it also is saying if you sign any contracts or agreements, you want to make sure that you have them checked out by a lawyer that specializes in those kind of contracts, whatever field that's in. Quite often this can be in the entertainment industry, you know, like just watch the news for like 10 minutes and you're going to see like how corrupt it can be out there. And so you want to be really careful that you're not signing a contract. Like especially in the entertainment industry, you know, actors, actresses, musicians, bands, professional athletes. I mean, this could be scholarships coming your way to go to college or university. This could also be you're already there and now they want you on the pro team. You know, this is an artist, a sculptor. In this case, we have a sculptor here, and the spotlight is being shone on your work. You're on a bench here because people are noticing. Like a lot of people can carve, and but not many people can carve like this. And that's the energy. You're standing out. So it's a really good news, and at the same time be careful, because a lot of these industries have secret societies attached to them, and when you sign on that dotted line, you end up living a lifestyle that you really didn't want to live. So it's a warning, because there's some cutthroat energy that wants to, like they're not wanting you in this energy. They're wanting to be, they want you, if they want you in this energy, it's so that they can become profitable off it because of this energy right here. They can see, oh my goodness, this person has so much potential for making money. And then we have lovers coming in. Now, this is an energy of saying, I feel it's talking about this new love coming in. And this has the sun on it. And it's saying, you know, that this is someone you don't know. There's a cloud in between, and God is shining light on this relationship. This is like a divine partner relationship that was promised here. Once you have that discernment, it's saying use your discernment in all matters about your lifestyle and about love. Love and money. Be really careful right now, because there's a lot of really good energy coming your way. And there's going to be a lot of people maybe coming back in being really, really nice. And this is talking about a transition from this energy into like this fulfillment energy across the wheel from it. And we have this energy, and you have the discernment now to be able to move forward in a strong way. King of Cups coming in with a cup of love. Now this is generally when the King of Cups comes in with a cup of love, this is saying like it's a solid offer most of the time. This is someone more traditional. The King of Cups is also, out of all four of the kings, he's most emotionally available. You notice here, he's out in the middle of all this rough water, and he's sitting on this cement slab. And he has his right foot forward here. He's ready to move forward and offer this cup. But he's been waiting, because he's been wanting to offer this to you, but he's waiting until you're in a position where you would accept his offer. When you're in this, you're starting to warm up now. But like now that you learned everything you need to learn, and now that you know what you want, now you know I do deserve love, and I want that as part of my lifestyle. Then now he's like, okay, now I have a chance that you might actually accept his offer. And so he has been waiting to come in with it. And it's saying this is someone, it's not that you maybe know them, but you haven't had a relationship with them before, like not an intimate, important one like that. And if it's not love that you're looking for, this could be someone that wants to bring in some energy to empower you to do what it is you love to do. But this is really powerful energy for love. Now, this energy here, wait a minute, this energy, that makes sense. This was the underlying energy. This is the energy coming in for love. I apologize. This was the underlying energy for the external forces. So it's saying, be careful. Use your discernment. Don't get lazy with your discernment. This is an energy that might be trying to come in to fool you out of this love. That's more sensible. But this is the transition you've been waiting for. And the King of Cups has been waiting for you to wait for it. Knowing that if you were back here and he offered it, you would have said no. And quite often, like the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords are most likely to be a divorced couple. And so, oh, this could also be representing maybe a spouse that you had before is planning to come back in and see if let's get back together. You know, some people get married to the same person more than once, which it usually doesn't work out that well. This is not talking about someone coming back in. So be very careful. It wouldn't even have to be someone you're married to, but definitely I feel like if someone from your past that has put you in this energy where you've been like duking it out and there's someone else that's new, this is the new one, is the one that God is sending into you. Use your discernment. And this is talking about you have a lot more knowledge now. And the King of Cups is someone that he's steady. Like if he's ready for that himself. He doesn't want to be with someone that is like wondering what are they up to. He's already been there, done that as well. That's how I feel. This is talking about, this energy is saying that the Page of Swords is information or communication coming in. And quite often this can be an epiphany within yourself where you realize, hey, wait a minute. Why is he coming back in at this time? Why is this old love trying to come back in? Because you have this new one here. You realize you're using your, like this is that aha moment that you have where you're like, this is no way I'm not repeating that cycle. Because sometimes we can get, this could have been someone that you really did love. And they're being as charming can be. The Page of Swords energy is talking about the element of air. And it's talking about, this person, this energy is saying, don't think like you used to. This is saying, think outside the box. Logically what you shouldn't do, but you have to also use your intuition about what you should and shouldn't do. And I really do feel that there's someone new coming in with this cup of love, and you've had an old love that might also be showing up and saying, hey, let's get back together. And they're doing they know what works on you, and you're like, you like, well, it would be up to you for sure. But the love that the divine is sending in is not someone that has already been inconsistent with you. And then look at this. Remember what you learned from prayer and meditation. This is a funny reading, Capricorn. It's saying, like, put your mind to rest here. Hang your mind, your subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind on the wall, and look deep into your heart. What do you want? Because this new energy coming in is what you always have always wanted, and you've already been through hardship. So are you going to repeat the process, or are you going to go inward and use what you learned, right? And go with your heart, of course. And this is talking about putting your mind to rest, like. Not feeling like you have to be anxious all the time. Like if you had someone that you really loved in your life, but they kept you on, like you were always on edge, wondering what are they going to do next, what are they up to now, and saying, okay, I'll pick the kids up and I'll be there. Yes, I'll make sure I'm there at 3 o'clock, and then they'll be half an hour late and say, well, you said 3:30. They get out of school at 3 o'clock, and it's that kind of energy. And then we have, again, look at this. Yeah, word is out. I feel that you really, that people can see that you're doing really well here. And they were people in the past that didn't think you would do well. And, they thought that you were down and out, and that like they were even wondering, has anyone heard from you? You were busy doing this and really getting your shift together so that you could move into what you want. And this is talking about this card can be about reconciliation, the Six of Cups, but reconciliation can be from within. I mean, if you forgive someone, you don't ever have, you can forgive someone without even telling them you forgive them. You can forgive them and not have reconciliation. Just because you forgive someone doesn't mean you want to be around them again. And so maybe they're feeling that energy. These people are coming in now and wanting to be back with you because they can feel that your heart is warming up, and they miss you because you were, look how prosperous you are, and how, you know, it was, you know, this energy that they want it back. And this is saying, you know, you can forgive people and you don't have to reconcile with them. And it can also be talking about, it took a lot of work for you to reconcile something that happened in your childhood. Definitely, you, like, all of this energy is saying that you really had to work on it, and you did a good job. So don't go backwards now. Of course, that's up to you, but this is the advice that the reading is giving. And, you know, when you look at this card, it has a lot of illusions in it. And around the full moon and the new moon energy, especially in eclipse, there can be a lot of illusions around and secrets coming out, that type of energy. So at first, when you look at this, it looks like two children playing with these potted plants, but this is a gnome and this is a little woman. And this little woman looks like an old hag from the back, and she looks like a young woman from the front. The old you, like the new you has learned, you have the experience, you have the discernment, and saying, we don't want your stupid flowers, and walk away. But the person you used to be would be nice, and you over-explain and people please. And this is saying, are you going to go back to this energy? Both of these versions are wearing a white mitt, saying, I don't want to get my hands dirty. But if you're going to continue to people please, you're going to end up falling back into this energy instead of staying in this energy. And it's saying, so don't do that. And the flowers here, in tarot, white flowers represent innocence. And these are not innocent flowers. These flowers are datra, and they're from the nightshade family. If young children or pets were to ingest these, they become really, they're toxic. They could get really sick. Shamans use datra in their ceremonies sometimes to cause visions so that people can heal from their childhood wounds, because it's very good for that. But they know what they're doing, and it's with adults. So you wouldn't even have this around children. But when you look in the back here, this person that was watching over them is actually a stranger walking down the path. So there's a lot of illusions, and there might have been some illusions in your childhood that maybe you're going to learn about, or you have learned about from doing all this inner work. And now it's time to move forward into the new energy. That's my advice, like from the cards here. I don't know you, so I can't really advise you, but that's what this reading is saying. Let me put it to you that way. So we're going to clarify with oracle cards. And this is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light, and it's talking about, it's Tales from the Vector. Now, the numbers on these cards represent the paintings on my website, talesfromthevector.com, and this is the order they are in the gallery there. I will put them in the order they appear in this reading. If you want to go there and check them out, you can, and if you're still wanting more clarity. All right, so if you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy and your likes, comments, and subscribes. I really, really appreciate them. Okay, now we have the High Priestess energy here, and this is talking about using your intuition like the High Priestess does. And especially in this eclipse season, just be aware that the energy, like one minute you might be feeling sentimental, and then, you know, well, maybe I should just give him a call after doing all this work. And this is saying, just don't be impulsive right now. You don't need to do anything except, you know, like enjoy the feeling of the beautiful energy coming in, and be aware that excitement. You might be feeling this energy coming in, like, oh, it feels like it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, like when you plan a trip, and then it gets closer and closer to the date, and now you're packing and you're ready, like you're ready to go. And it's that excitement. But those sensations that in the body, excitement and anticipation, are can be very similar to anxiety, and especially if you've been in a lot of it since you were a little kid. So just be aware of that. This is talking about this energy here. This is where you are now, and it's saying use your intuition from everything you learned from this cycle, because there was tactics used that were this can literally destroy your happiness. Like when you get into an energy where you're always wondering, what is this person doing now? What are they, like, are they actually gonna do what they said they did? Or like, you know, you're always double checking, you know, checking did he remember to pick up the kids? You know, that type of energy. And it's no fun being in that energy, not for any exterior, that, you know, it may, you know, a lot of people, if they've been in that kind of energy when they're a child, it feels weird to them, and they mistake that kind of anxiety for excitement. And there's a big difference. The sensations are similar, but there's a big difference. And we have like a transition, and this transition and rebirth is going into this energy where you're having that a calm lifestyle. And that's the thing about the King of Cups. It's not like a dramatic, there's no drama. And so the glory, hallelujah is what I say. Don't confuse lack of drama in your relationship with a lack of passion. And so the Tower is right on here. So there is divorce on here. In my oracle, it does say that the Tower card is divorce, but the worst divorce is from Source. So this is saying, because you stayed on your path, that's why this reward is coming in. And you required a reality check. And so that's why you're on that's what got you back in this energy. And getting out of this energy is realizing that's not what I want this. And then we have the strength and integrity on this. It takes a lot of energy and a lot of determination to take a close look at yourself and see what is it that I need to change, what can I change about myself and for myself. It takes strength to do that, so that you can really look at yourself and say, okay, I need to do this and this differently. And I need to make sure I stay on course here and use my discernment and not, hi Stella, it's okay, hello. And then we have Cancer energy here. So this is talking about how emotional it is. And I also am feeling like maybe you've been a little bit closed down, you know, like just like you've been in this energy for so long that you're taking baby steps to re-enter, you're allowing your emotions in. So you might sometimes feel really overwhelmed right now because you're starting to feel like your happy self again. And then you're like, I'm scared to feel my happy self because then the other shoe's going to drop and I'm going to end up feeling like this again. And you don't want to feel that disappointment. But embrace this energy, because this can just be, it doesn't have to be love from anyone else. Love yourself first, and then it invites others to treat you the way you want to be treated. And then we have, yeah, there was some degradation here, and you're done with that. People who really truly care about you and love you want you to have your energy to always be, you know, for you to be upgrading yourself. They're not going to be playing games because they don't want you better than them, or, you know, that type of energy. This is talking about, that's a tactic that people use. Pull someone down a little bit, take them down to my level. And then you're more malleable. And we have the Emperor energy here. So the Emperor is all four kings rolled into one, and it's very high performance. And this, remember, could be a female in her masculine energy. This would be really masculine, but you may have had to be that way. And if you're a female and you're in the Emperor energy, it could just be saying that you had to really pull up your bootstraps and use that masculine energy to get yourself out of this energy. And so from the underlying energy, and if you're a male, it could just mean you're an emperor and you're an alpha male, and you're back in now that you've made that decision, this is what I'm doing. I'm not going to be degrading my energy for anyone, even if I love them. And then this is talking about use your insight again. So this is really talking about this energy coming in. Be careful of who you allow back in your inner circle in particular. And then we have the hangman. This energy here, the hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge, and he's upside down because he wants to look at something from every perspective before he takes action. And that's what it's saying. Even if someone's coming in with a really good offer and it sounds really good, but if you have to sign a contract or any energy like that, make sure that you have someone that specializes in those kinds of contracts. Look it over. It's going to be well worth it for you. And if it's a smaller situation, you're allowed to say to people, okay, I'll get back to you on that. I have to give that some thought. Maybe in the past you were in this people-pleasing energy and you would say yes and then kind of regret it later and then really regret it after that. So this is saying be aware of this energy, because there's a lot of really good energy coming your way. And other people can smell it coming in. And we have, the superstar energy. So this is saying that this new cup of love is going to be harmony, like where you can, it's talking about the throat chakra, where you get to speak your truth and be yourself and be authentic. And when someone says to you, when your partner says, I'm going to do this, they do it. You're not wondering, are they going to do it? I'm getting that was a problem in the past. And then we have this energy of pride. It's a karmic space we can all fall into. And it's saying, this all or nothing energy is quite often caused by people who are, they're in this energy because they're willing to risk everything for it. And this is talking about not that this energy is not going to be like aggressive in that way, where, okay, if you don't make your decision whether or not you want to marry me in 2 hours, then I'm taking the offer off the table. This is someone who is patiently wanting you to accept this offer. And that could be also the same when it comes to friends, when it comes to family, and when it comes to business. And then we have surrender. So definitely, I feel like you're really highly intuitive now. I feel like you always have been, but now you're super duper that way. And because you've taken a lot of time to really get to know yourself again. And so I feel like you may be having a lot of aha moments, like epiphanies. And that could really be talking about where all this extra money and this extra lifestyle is coming in, is partly because you have some amazing ideas coming up. And it's saying that, maybe when you partner up with this new energy, it's going to be like for you to have the support is going to be huge. Is like, 'cause if it's like, okay, I have this great idea, but I need help with this, this, and this. In the past, they might have said they were going to do it, and then they didn't, and then it caused you even more problems and maybe made you look bad, And now that energy is over. This person, if they can't do it, they'll make sure they find someone who can. And then we have disruption. Yeah, what's fun for some is not fun for everyone. And I feel like you might be a little bit of a more a person that is very individual. This energy here talks about someone who's naturally individual sometimes. Sometimes it, like the one bird in the background there, is saying this is someone who values their individuality and their freedom. So it's okay if you're that way. If you are not that social, just because you prefer to be working on what you're with, or just be have a smaller social circle, there's nothing wrong with that. And then attachment. So attachment is a karmic space, and look at this energy from the past saying, what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. That doesn't sound very fair, does it now? And this is a karmic space. When people fall into this space, it causes this all or nothing energy. And so again, this reading is saying you have so much beautiful energy. I feel like you already have one foot in this energy. You have a boot on one foot and a shoe on the other, and you're moving into this new energy now. And I feel that you're already stepping into it. So don't take a step back. Let go of your attachments from the past that were holding you back, and just keep moving forward. I really enjoyed this reading for you, Capricorn. It's awesome. And this is a really, so much promise here. Thank you for your time and energy, and your likes, comments, and subscribes. I really do appreciate them. I'm going to be doing the next astrological reading will be for the full moon lunar eclipse. That's on the 28th. So I'll have them out in the next, probably in the next 4 or 5 days. Bye for now.